campsite right there. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey.
So you would be able to. No.
You good?
What's going on?
We got it. We picked up a
Visitor center. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's cool with me.
Thanks.
$61
There you go.
for the next 24 hours.
I turned on the screen to check on this, like my phone was overheating, so I had the screen off. I turned on the screen, all of a sudden I saw in the corner 4,500 people watching, and that was a horrible time for that to have happen. I saw that was a Jake and Bake raid, but I lost connection. So yeah, that was bad timing. You had over 5K at one point. Thanks for the raid, my friend. It was I'm sorry, Jake and Bake viewers. I'm guessing most of them aren't here anymore because the stream just crashed and burned very hardly. But no ferry service till August. Perfect. I guess we'll just be hanging out here. I've met my new family here. Have your hands not an issue? Oh, I know it was out of my hands. It's just a shame for everyone involved. But Jake and Bake, I do really appreciate that. Just happened at a time when little hitchhiking me was incapacitated by the Verizon network. You entertaining them with clips, and I'm still getting connection errors, issues. But that family was so nice. And they gave me $20 as I got out. And I said they didn't need to, but they gave me it anyway. But I don't even know what to say. It's bad timing, but that's okay. Well, welcome to Hitch Live. If anyone's still here from Jake's channel, you've stumbled into a hitchhiking stream. So what I've been doing the past 57 days is hitchhiking around the United States, showing people what hitchhiking's like from my point of view. I've hitchhiked prior to this trip in 25 countries. I've been picked up over 800 times in my life, and I honestly just like hitchhiking. I like the process of it. I like the unknown nature of it. I just like it. So that's what I've been doing. I'd never documented any trips before this one, but now I'm documenting it, and I'm live streaming. You guys get to see the whole process, from like the whole day's process. The only thing I don't stream is where I sleep at night in my tent. It's the only thing I don't stream, because for my safety and all that jazz, I don't do that. For my peace of mind, I guess I could say. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. So now, oh, and this is out of focus and it's smudged up. Perfect. Are you catching a boat? Yeah, there's a boat to an island up here that I'm going to be catching. Inevitably, we're going to lose the stream for that as well. I don't know what time it runs at. I was going to check out this visitor center. I just felt like we needed to address what was going on. Just have to, you know, I should figure out what time the ferries run at, and I can know what I need to be doing. If I have a bunch of time to relax and check things out, then we'll do that. If the ferries come in really quickly, then we'll just get on the boat. Where am I now? Ta-da! Yeah, I got a 5,000 host from Jake and Bake, and then the stream died. If I knew that was coming, I would have been like, you should probably host someone else today. Another day would be better. I knew I was going to have some connection issues coming up to this island here. But Cheese Island, Cedar. Yeah, but I didn't know. Didn't know that was happening. I could have warned him and he could have hosted someone else today. But that's okay. Life goes on. Life goes on. Like, what did it happen like right as they... You're still here from Jake? Well, thanks for checking out the channel. Did it happen, was there a bit of time before it went down, or was it like he hosted and then it's just like disconnection? Tons of followers though? Oh, really? Right as that was happening? Oh no. Oh no. Jake said he thinks what you do is really cool and you've evolved. Thanks, Jake. That's cool. You got some follows. There's some good news. At about 5 minutes, okay. It's like finding a lottery ticket and getting blown by the wind. Like, I'm not in this to like try and like build a huge, giant channel where it's like my to make a living. I just wanted to show people what hitchhiking is like. So with that said, like my goal when 5,000 people show up on my channel would be to show them what hitchhiking is like and actually interact with them. And I didn't get an opportunity to do that, and I apologize to Jake and Bake viewers that came here, saw a minute to 5 minutes of me sitting in a car eating pizza, talking to a family, and then the stream dying. There was some time. People were spamming the chat. Yeah, when I did turn it on, it still said I had connection, but chat wasn't moving, so I'm like, oh, something must have aired up, and I looked at the connection on my jetpack, and it said I had like 1 bar of 3G, and I'm like, the stream's dead. 1 bar of 3G is not going to run a stream. 1 minute. Yeah, and I didn't even notice it until like the stream was dead. Peeps were getting mad that you ignored the raid. Well, yeah. There's a few factors there. My phone was overheating because they weren't running the AC too hard in their car, and I don't tell people how to run their air conditioning. So the phone was overheating, so I turned the screen off because that helped significantly with the phone overheating issue. So I had the screen off, so I couldn't see the screen. Otherwise, I would probably noticed a massive influx of chat scrolling through there. But the other thing is, when I'm in a car, I'm interacting with the people like that are face to face with me. That's my priority. Someone staring me in the eye. Well, they weren't because they were driving facing forward. But someone right in front of me talking to me in person is going to take priority off over people talking, like sending messages through the stream. even with that happening, I would have definitely acknowledged Jake's raid if I noticed it, but the screen was off. 5 minutes of people complaining that they're being ignored. How far you get from the airport? I went exactly where I wanted to go. I showed them with bad network connections. With that said, we haven't had too many bad network problems lately. What's for dinner tonight? Well, I just had a huge slice of pizza. It was delicious. It was actually really good. The pizza they gave me was really good. They're really sweet, the people you're riding with? Yeah, they absolutely were. They're extremely friendly. Some of the friendliest people I've rode with on this trip. Could you please start hitchhiking? Okay. I want to, but the problem is I'm on an island at the very north part of the island, and I'm going north, and there's just ocean. It's just ocean. So I would like to, but I'm going to have to take a ferry to another island, and then I can start hitchhiking. $5,000 viewers at one point, that's crazy. Chat was unreal. Were you guys, I hope my viewers were being nice to Jake viewers and everyone was being cool. Alec Ledford was also in chat. Wow, what great timing. What great timing for my screen to be off because my own phone's overheating, and 2, for the network to crash and burn. My pizza was amazing. Time is it in North Carolina? It's 2 p.m. Are you at an airport? No, I was at an airport earlier. I tried to hitchhike on an airplane. I could have caught a flight, but it was going backwards. It was going to where I was like 3 days ago. So I turned down a ride on an airplane. A free ride on an airplane. Aren't I crazy? Take a break. Well, I'm waiting for a ferry. Just hitchhike. Was the ferry coming? I have to find that out. I just wanted to debrief with everyone what was going on. I felt like that warranted a bit of a discussion. A bunch of people found my channel at probably the worst possible time. Screen was off and we lost network. Alex said he wanted... Oh, there's the view behind me in case you were curious, and there's me again. Okay, let's not say someone's whole community is that way, Jetpack Boy. If you don't have something nice to say, then keep it to yourself. What was it? Saw something about Alec. Alec said he wanted to take you fishing when you get to a state. He's in Virginia, right? Virginia Beach area. I think that would be a lot of fun. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So they'd like to take you fishing. I would love to go fishing. Discovered your stream day and really loving it, dude. You're a great conversationalist. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. You hope this ferry is very loud? It probably is going to be, and we're probably going to lose connection. And you guys were really nice to Luke in there with his YouTube channel, like following his YouTube channel. He really liked that. I think he really liked that. Viewers posted some clips and entertained us. Yeah. Oh yeah. I hope you got to see some examples of interesting hitchhiking adventures and stories and airplanes and stuff. Fishing with Alec would be cool. Yeah. Love you in weird ways. I love you too, in the weirdest of ways. How far are from the airport? It was like 40 miles north or something like that. 40 miles from the airport to here, and now I'm as far north as I can go before I have to take a ferry. We run out of road. From a sex hotel to waiting off. Oh, is that where Jake was? Can't forget the epic arrest yesterday at the gas station to Moorhead. Yeah. Met some cool police officers. Someone called in a complaint because I was hitchhiking at a gas station asking people for rides, which you're allowed to do as long as if the business tells you to stop doing that, then they've withdrawn their consent for you being on their premise, and then you can't do that anymore. But until that point, it's open to the public, and you can hang out there and ask people and do your thing. But someone called in called the police and was just like, there's some guy hitchhiking and filming his experience. So the police came, 2 cop cars came, police ran my information, had a nice chat with the cop. With the cop, he looked at my passport, he's like, wow, you got a lot of stamps in here. I'm like, yeah, I've been a few places. I'm like, where would you, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? And he's like, Australia. But anyway, I asked him if he could give me a ride down the road, and he's like, yeah, sure. As long as he just had to stay in his district or whatever. Has Hitch ever hitched a flight to a different country? No. This is the first trip I've ever hitchhiked on airplanes, because I got picked up by a guy that taught me how to hitchhike on airplanes, because he's a pilot and he owns 14 airplanes. And he's like, if I was going to do that, this is how I do it. And I haven't done that between countries yet. Weirdest things happened while hitchhiking? I still haven't told people that story. And I don't think I'm going to say it on stream, as clickbaity as that sounds. It was just a weird experience, and I don't think it's like I'm just not going to advertise it like that. I think I'm going to do it on Discord, either in general or sub only. Murder is classic one. Peak 5457 views. That's big. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. You're in Tokyo? You went from Tokyo to very rural North Carolina. You guys traveled very far, very quickly. Hitchhiking in Russia must have been crazy. And you'd think that, but for the most part, it was pretty boring. I had 10,000 kilometers of Russia to hitchhike across, whatever those 6,000 something miles. And I couldn't talk to the people picking me up because they only spoke Russian and I only spoke English. I learned enough to be like, hi, I'm from Canada, I'm hitchhiking to Vladivostok. Like, and you're like, basic, like, please and thank you and stuff like that. But the people there were pretty normal people. They just spoke Russian. Through the central parts in Siberia and stuff, there was a lot of poverty, there's not much money around. So that was a bit different, but people were still very friendly there and they wanted to help me out. There is a culture of hitchhiking in Russia, so you got around quick. And you get long rides because things are spread out. Wi-Fi routers have been installed on the ferries here. I'll have to test out the speed. If it's faster than my network, then I'll switch over to Wi-Fi. That'd be cool. Can you feel the love tonight? I can. You're going to Hatteras? Yes, I am. That's what the guy who told you to get in. Wait, the do you want to ride or not guy, or who's the get in guy? Ah. There's this scene behind me. Next ferry's at 4. Oh, all right. We got some time to kill, guys. So everyone, well, let's get my solar panel out. It's high overcast, but I'll still be able to get some kind of signal from that, or power from that. Solar panel. Very good. Hopefully I didn't screw up my signal there. I'm sorry, I might have missed some stuff. Oh, dang it. I messed with... I touched my jetpack and now I'm getting low connection warnings. Dang it. Yeah, I'm at the ferry now. Was planned here by ferry. I think there's a pizza place nearby. There might be. I am getting kind of hungry. I did eat a big slice of pizza. The problem is the signal here is so finicky. It's so finicky. We're like right on the edge of being able to run this or not run this. Do I know any languages beside English, or the only way to commute while traveling? Well, yeah, I pretty much am only fluent or conversational in English. I just would pick up enough of the language to be polite. But like Europe's really easy. Almost everyone's like second, third, fourth language seems to be English. What countries in Europe have you hitchhiked? I know you know. Ireland, Wales, England, Scotland, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, France, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, Austria, Slovenia, Croatia, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, and Russia. Both the European part and the Asian part of Russia. I've been to India, not yet. Did you get with a pretty Russian girl? You know, I think Russian girls were scared of me. I only talked to one Russian girl, and that was when I stayed at a hostel in Moscow, and that was the only time I talked to someone from Russia who was a woman. In my area, it's all drunkards getting home. You thought about picking up hackers? Yeah, and that is the common, like, most people see hitchhiking because they need to be hitchhiking, they don't have a means of transportation, or they're drunk and they can't drive, something like that. So, yeah, we're clearly, I think it looks like I'm doing something a bit differently. How long have you been streaming? Like, in total in my life, 57 days. On Hitchhiking America Day 1, that was the first time I ever streamed in my life. Do you plan on streaming in a different country after this? Yeah, I want to go to Europe with you guys. You have family in Australia and put you up and help you out. I do want to go back to Australia as well. I went to Australia last fall. I hitchhiked from the east coast to the west coast through the middle. There was a guy who told you aggressively to get in the car. I don't remember off the top of my head. One guy was like, do you want to ride or not? Do you want to ride? Like that guy. I don't remember the get in. Maybe I should. Maybe I blocked it out of my memory. Most essential items to carry in your backpack while hitchhiking. Stuff that will make you safe out in the elements for at least a couple days. Let's say 2 days. So equipment. So like know what kind of climate you're in. If it's going to get cold at night, be prepared to spend a night or two outside. So a tent, sleeping bag, sleeping pad. I need to know that if no one picks me up, I'll be okay. If I don't have that gear, then there's that thought in the back of your mind, like, what if no one picks me up? But in this case, it really doesn't matter if no one picks me up for hours or a day, because I've got the equipment necessary to stay safe. So for me, it's like stuff to stay safe and comfortable if no one picks you up. How much water do you drink a day? I don't keep track, and I'll drink like half the water bottle, then refill it. I always try to keep them refilled. I carry 2.5 liters with me right now. You like the Marine guy? I have a gun, I'll kill you, let's hang out. Yeah, just when he pulled over, he's just like wanted to make it very clear that if I try anything, he will mess me up. He will kill me, as he puts it so politely, so delicately. But once we got in and we got talking, he's like, oh, that's cool, man. And then we were just talking about random stuff. But he was a nice guy. Awesome, camping on the island tonight. That should be fun. Where do you go in Ireland? Anywhere specific you recall? I flew into Dublin, went straight across to Galway, then went around the southwest area for quite a while, just small towns all around the southwest. towns. I had my 21st birthday in Dingle, Ireland. I'm really bad with names though. Anyway, I went around the southwest, then back up through Galway up to Sligo, and then from Sligo I went like straight across the country to the southeast coast to Rosslare Harbour, and then I took a ferry to Wales. But I do apologize, I don't remember the specific names of all the towns I went through, or there's some cities there too, but I don't remember off the top of my head. How many times you got laid hitching? I'll leave that up to your imagination, but it does help. I can tell you that. Liechtenstein? Yeah. I think I'm way behind on chat now, because going to Europe? Yeah, we're way behind. All of Europe? Have you seen a kangaroo? I have. But the guy said he'd kill you and had a gun? Oh, that happens all the time. Beach sand horses to your right, behind the building on Google Earth. I do want to check out some of those wild horses. Love to see you hitching in Australia. The problem would be as soon as you get out of a city, like if I wanted to hitchhike through anywhere, you're gonna lose connection. Like I hitchhike right like down the Stewart Highway and everything like that. There's no connection out there. Do you want to ride or not? Why was he like this? I don't know. And that's why I turned down that ride, because I didn't want to hang out with him. Was it the famous Australian mountain thing? You mean like Uluru? Ayers Rock? Yeah. The famous Australian mountain thing. I like, that's one way to put it. No, I'm just way behind on chat. I'm trying to catch up. Marine guy was cool. Hitch Life, have you ever couch surfed? No. We're headed from North Carolina. Next state is Virginia. You love Dingle? Oh, I'm way behind. Do you know any females who do you know what you do? I've met some, but I don't wouldn't say I know any. I was carrying some. I don't smoke marijuana. You hit. Yeah. For some reason, hitchhiking seems to help with meeting people. Uncle lives in Newcastle, Australia. He'll buy you a beer. A beer? A beer? Bet your mom was upset the first couple times. She definitely didn't like it when I started hitchhiking, but she's okay with it now. Okay, I got back to the bottom. Ever been to a place called Newcastle in Australia? It's where you live? I don't think I have. I flew into Gold Coast. I hitchhiked up through Brisbane up to Rockhampton, I think that's what it's called. And then I hitchhiked east through, what was it? Emerald, Longreach, Mount Isa, to the Stewart Highway, down to the Stewart Highway, through Alice Springs, down to the south coast, and then along the south coast to Perth. Where's the ferry at? Apparently, someone told me it doesn't come up to, leave till 4. So we got some time. With that said, let me look at a map of where I am and if there's anything in the area, and then maybe I'll go somewhere for some food. It's in New South Wales. Now everyone's fighting about beer. Why can't we be friends? 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 Stop fighting, everyone. Just because someone doesn't like your beer. Do you have a selfie stick or is a camera on your phone? It's on a selfie stick thing, which is attached to a bendable tripod thing, which has a big battery strapped to it. Yeah. Can you try to hitchhike with a beer bottle in your hand? I don't see why I would, but I probably could. I'd probably get picked up by someone who's been drinking. They're like, "Hey, you've been drinking too." Don't beer give you everything gives you kidney stones. We know that. Where am I? I'm here. We made it. Can't go any further until I take a ferry. Get some oysters, they're big business. Probably the freshest possible. But if there's a place in here, then maybe. Oh, they're Cedar Island Stables. Cedar Island Resort. Oh, Sharky's Bar and Grill. I could grab a beer and get. You wish you could start hitchhiking, but it looks intimidating. Like you just, like your detriment thing that you said they can't is it looks intimidating. That's not really a valid reason. Like lots of things seem intimidating. You know what looks intimidating when you're like in high school, college, university? That looks intimidating, but you just do it. You just do it. You go there. It's not that bad. Lots of things look intimidating in life, but you just gotta do some stuff. With that said, I'm not gonna say you should start hitchhiking. If anyone's thinking about hitchhiking, you have to be able to tell people no. If someone pulls over, you still have a decision to make. If you pull up to the car, you open the door, you say, hey, how's your day going? And you get some weird kind of vibe from that, you have to be able to say no. You have to look out for yourself, and like you have to have the confidence to, like, people really don't like saying no. Like you have to have confidence. Be like, I'm gonna wait for the next ride, have a nice day. Close the door. We're not fighting over beer? I know. You weren't actually fighting. I'm just giving you guys a hard time. Your stream made it on a YouTube video. Most shocking things caught on stream. I'll have to check that out. Go north to south in Australia, like from Darwin to what's on the south coast there? I forget. But I went like east, north, through there, kind of a bit more north, then south to the south coast, then up around to Perth. Is there fish eye on right? It is. Is it looking weird? I might have to clean the lens. It's Taco Tuesday? Yeah, I saw the Sharky's Bar and Grill. You must start hitchhiking. Everyone must start hitchhiking. It's a requirement. Longtail Ferry, hour and a half. I do have to actually look at when the next ferry runs. Someone told me 4, but I should actually see that for myself before I just do whatever. All right. Okay, caught back up the chat. What do you shower and sleep? I sleep in, well, like last night I slept in a tent. Night before I slept at a viewer's place. Night before I slept at a viewer's place. Night before, where was I the night before? Was that a tent night? I don't remember. I've been lost, like you have no idea where in the country you are. And technology makes that pretty easy nowadays. You have a GPS in all your phones that tells you exactly where in the world you are at that exact moment. Not only that, it'll tell you which direction you're facing to. It's really hard to be lost. I'll sleep at Scars. Yes, that was the night before, yeah. Yeah, where was I the night before? Was the night before a camped out night? I don't know. Whatever. Cedar Island Fair. That's what I'm looking for. Cedar Island Ferry. There's a big storm coming in. That's good. When's the next ferry? When's the next ferry? Where am I? Sorry, I'm missing some stuff. I'm doing some research. I was camping last night. Did you sleep good? Yeah, I slept really good. I found a good spot. It was pretty tucked away, so I had no problem sleeping. And I slept in a little bit. A lot of time when I camp, if I'm near civilization, I get up pretty early. Yeah, next one's at 4. Okay. So this ferry is 2 hours and 15 minutes. Cheddar Island. What are you guys talking about? Now my concern is as soon as I go anywhere, I'm just gonna, like, this connection's gonna be cutting in and out because it's really rough here. Getting some quality use of that sign? Yeah. Ferry to Europe. Do they even run any regular... Do they run any regular service, like, routes to Europe? Like, across the Atlantic? Like, that used to be the way to get across the ocean. You'd take an ocean liner. Do they run any ferries? What does that take, like, a week? Hope you get to see some ferry ride. I hope you guys do too. I guess I'll go. I've got maybe at the toll booth there. I'll ask what time they load the ferry just to make sure I get back in time. Ferry to Europe. I think I called it the Mayflower. Wasn't that the other way? It was from Europe. Okay. So, I know as soon as I start fiddling with this, I'm just going to lose connection. Should get live view. I've looked at it, and in a place like this, yeah, it would help me in this situation because there's just a little bit of signal. And if I had 4 connections to tie together, then that would make this a lot better here because it's just enough to hold a live stream, but it's finicky. But in some places, sometimes you go somewhere and there's just no signal. And what a live view does is it ties together multiple cellular networks into the live view unit, and it creates a faster, more reliable network because you're using multiple like jetpacks and tying them together. But if there's no signal in that area, there's nothing to tie together. You need signal to tie together to tie it together. And some places I go, there just isn't any signal. Like that bridge there, there's no Verizon, there's no AT&T. If there's no Verizon, there's no AT&T. Guaranteed there's no T-Mobile or any Sprint. So if there was no signal there, what is tying, like if you're tying together 4 separate no service networks, it doesn't do much, does it? Alright, anyway, let's pack the bag up. Hopefully, kind of don't lose the stream. You yeah. You seems okay. All right. They gave me a map. Of Oracoke and Hatteras and Bodie. Map. Old school. Where do I want to put this? Just down the side? No, that's not going to work. Okay. Stay. You're gonna stay. Okay, you kind of stayed. All right. It still says it's charging even though we're in the shade, or like in the... It's a bit overcast, so that's good. Now done. Usually I'll just use like north, east, southwest. And now I'm getting poor connection stuff. Perfect. Perfect. Are we still F? Back? Yeah, that's what I mean here. Like I moved the internet setup a little bit, and it's like, no, we're gonna die a little bit. All right, well, let's see if I can quickly grab a bite to eat and maybe a beer. Okay. I hate being corded to my thing. Makes things so annoying. Alright, let's just... It doesn't help, because it's still in my pocket. Never mind. And as soon as I pick this up, we're going to get connection errors as well. So stay tuned for that. I just have to be so careful so it doesn't catch and then pull over the whole stream setup. So we'll find out if we can get service where we're going. Island you're going has no service? No Verizon there? I thought I saw it and it was like spotty, but there. I can show you rather than looking at my face. Let's show you guys the area. So that's ferry terminal. It's boats. Rip again. It's kind of good service, but just not very good, like right here. Metro PCS is better coverage and cheaper. That's trolling, right? You're making a joke, right? You must be making a joke. Yeah, you're making a joke. It's okay. What network do they use? There's 4 network providers. There's Verizon, there's AT&T, there's T-Mobile, and there's Sprint. What does Metro PCS run on? T-Mobile, I think it's not good. Yeah, T-Mobile is not going to work here. 100%. Well, not 100%. There's a few rare places where T-Mobile might work better than T-Mobile or than Verizon and AT&T, but Boost is off Sprint, which is the worst. I don't know if you guys can even hear me right now.
Y'all have a good one. Flight number 1.
10 minutes before? That's so reasonable. I can come back later.
There
We
you go.
Makes sense. I guess Tuesdays days. Been through what hitchhiking was, but
I would cry. How many of you guys like?
yeah, it took me here. Yeah,
Cool.
really suck here.
Huh?
Do you get many pedestrians? Yeah.
Actually, we do.
Many.
That actually call themselves hitchhikers.
That's why I brought
That's
that up.
crazy. You're with bad weather.
You're fine. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Good. Isn't that a Verizon commercial? We're back, sorry. She was chatting. And again, it's just gonna cut in and out, and I do apologize. If that is not something you want to watch, then I apologize. But that's just the fact of where we are. It's very off and on. I do see that. I can tell. Stables, campground, boat ramp, bar and grill. I'll get a tough stream but addicting to watch. But buffering is not fun, even through the buffers. But it's not great. I wonder where like the closest tower is. So I can, like, if I sit somewhere where I can point my antenna to make it the best. What are you gonna do? Wait for a ferry, then take a ferry? We are taking a ferry. It goes at 4. We've got an hour until it starts loading. Now there's a bar and grill here and I want to go in there, but I'm probably going to lose the stream, eh? We'll see. Maybe I'll grab a beer. My last rides did say to grab a beer.